This is the 350 out of my Cutlass. It's the factory original engine, numbers matching, 68 350. Right about now you might be asking yourself, why is this loaded up in the back of a pickup truck and where's it going? Crazy enough, I've got a long time subscriber that's been watching my channel since, I don't know, almost day one, when we 350 swapped the wagon, way before we 455 swapped the wagon. And the subscriber, Matt, has an 85 or an 84 old 88 two-door and with a 307, and he got a 455 in it, and he can't fit it in the car because of the tall stamp valve covers that it has. It's got big valve covers because it's got big roller tip rockers. He's been through a couple engines, bought a 330 that smoked and had issues, and he's getting fed up. He just wants the car to run and drive with more power than the 307. So he's been asking me for like the past 2 months, what am I doing with this 350 right here? Well, it turns out that he wants to straight up trade, which we both understand on both our parts that he's kind of getting screwed. I don't want to take advantage of him, you know what I mean? And I told him that, and he said, I really don't care. Just, I need an engine. So here is the engine. Here's your engine, Matt. Right now we're on our way to Pittsburgh. And it's about a 3.5 hour drive from here. So, and not only that, on top of that, we're also gonna pick up a Chevy 350 4-bolt main for Zach's Corvette. So we'll get 2 birds stoned at once today. See you guys in a minute. Okay, so we made it. We're here in Pittsburgh. 3.5 hours later. Here's the motor. And we got all kinds of candy going on here. We got a 455. We got a Delta 88. We got a 71 Cutlass Supreme. We got another 2-door 88. Some nice 15 by 10 Kragers on the back. This thing's sick. Well, really, they're both sick. Got a 442 steering wheel in there. I love 2 doors. Look at the nostrils on this thing. I bet I could fit the whole, yeah, I could fit the whole camera in there. All right, so let's take a walk over to that garage. So here we go right here. I guess this is the new toy. And this is Matthew, long-time subscriber. And Matt has this engine and he's got all the cars. And got quite a few old motors in here. We got, what is it, an Omega?
Omega, no, this is a Cutlass Salon.
That's right.
78.
78 Salon. Get this, it's got a Buick V6 in it. And what was the gear ratio it had in the back?
241 or 214, one or the other.
It's a wonder this thing could move.
All 100 horsepower.
All 100 horsepower. Got a 330 that smokes. That's why you want the 350. Got another 350 back here that needs some attention. Got a 7455 right here. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. Apparently I missed some stuff. There's another 7455 in a bag. And they got a 350 back here with 455 heads on it. Well, it has 455 heads, they're just not on it yet. Now, I think I know why people put big block heads on a small block. Isn't it basically so you can mill them down real hard and they're basically already ported?
Already ported.
Yep, because they got way bigger ports.
Believe it or not, it was done, when it was all done, it was 375 horsepower. It should have been more like 400.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so we're all loaded up. There's a Chevy 350. There's the L455O. The truck is squatting just a little bit. You know, it'll be all right. And then the motor I swore I'd never get rid of. The motor I swore I'd never get rid of. There it is. Resides in here now. And like he was saying, he wants to put that 350 in that 84 two-door down here. Because the 307 just ain't cut. Yeah, that's a good looking car. I love the stance too. Alright, and we're back. So, now that I got a decently done on 455, that's very pretty to look at. Just look at it! I have this engine, and I don't seem to happen to have a car to put it in. Or do I? And while we were in the midst of shuffling engines around like musical motors, we are also working on another old 350 currently. Right here. That is the new build right here. It is going to be 110% stock, minus probably a camshaft, probably. That is a 7350. It came out of my 70 Cutlass Supreme that got junked on me when I was about 15 years old. The engine blew up in 1997. It's 71,000 miles. It threw a timing chain, bent all the valves. So since then, the heads have been rebuilt and they're at my house. Now that block is gonna get sent out to get hot tanked and cleaned, cam bearings, the works. And we're gonna make it out of Frankenstein parts. Right there is the donor engine. That is a crusty 307 somebody painted gold. And it had no compression. And if you saw the pistons, you'd know why. So, cut up that motor, the timing cover, oil pump, valve covers, rockers, all the bolts, like every bolt that holds the engine together, like from the oil pan to the timing cover to the connecting rods, all that stuff. It was a fully complete engine, just bad rings. And right now, we got Austin cleaning the parts up in the parts washer. There's the rockers, cleaned up. There's the old ones. I had them soaked in chem dip for a while. Had them in the old Berryman chem dip for about an hour. So, I have just enough Oldsmobile engines laying around to make one good 350. So, we got that going for us, which is nice. If you're wondering why we're putting together a stock old 350, well, Riley so happens to have this 72 Monte Carlo we picked up, which you may or may not have seen in the previous video, and it needs an engine. And we all know the old 350s do great, especially in a, you know, intermediate A-body. So, not right away, not right off the bat, but eventually this engine's gonna be coming together. And that's where it's gonna end up. Either Tuesday or Thursday this week, I'm gonna take that 350 down to the machine shop so they can hot tank it and put cam bearings in it. Once that comes back, we can start slapping it together. Now, I'm just thinking out loud, hypothetically. Let's say maybe I took this engine and I mated it to, like, say a T10 4-speed and had a posi rear with a 342, and I just maybe slightly possibly put it in a gutted Camaro. Just a thought. Just a thought. Let me know what you guys think.
End.